Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now a carry, it's C.J. Anderson. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Shaq Lawson's one of those guys that after a while you quit just trying to define him by a position. Defensive end, outside linebacker, doesn't matter. He knows how to get upfield and spill some plays.
So disruptive. What makes him so disruptive?
I think it's strength. If you see his upper body, I mean, he's got some strength up there and some really good hands, but he's got some surprising quickness as well to get him upfield. Detroit!
Again, Anderson. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. From the gun, it's Osweiler. Got a man. He finds Sanders. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot. And they connected there and picked up a first down.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. 2nd and 10. It's Osweiler again. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Javon Hargrave in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. So a big sack on 2nd down. Now let's see what the offense has in store for 3rd.
Here we go now.
And the slot man goes in motion left.
No. Check, Patriot.
3rd and long. It's Osweiler. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage.
And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great effort there with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Osweiler giving to Anderson on the draw. And he's brought down. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Now D'Angelo Henderson, the rookie from Coastal Carolina. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On second down, Anderson. And a short gain down to about the 33. They only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Third down now. It's C.J. Anderson. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. You add in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
They try the 50-yarder and miss it, and now this offense has it 1st and 10 at the 40. On the ground, this is Ware. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Calling a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on 2nd down. They run again with Ware. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Here's Mahomes to throw. That's caught by the rookie from Michigan, J.U. Chesson. That one good for 12 yards in a Kansas City first.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Ware takes the give from Mahomes. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Here's Mahomes on third. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. As the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. They are, however, facing a fourth down situation. On fourth down, on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. A busy final day for you coming up in the NFL. Final day of the year as well. 11 other games going on as we speak. And then coming up later this afternoon, 2 games each from the AFC West and NFC West, all kicking off at the same time. Raiders, Chargers, Chiefs, Broncos, Cardinals, Seahawks, Niners, Rams.
Loving it. Loving it.
That's it for the 2017 regular season. It'll be Happy New Year time. And Charles, you going to dust off Auld Lang Syne for us tonight?
Meet me at midnight, baby. You'll find out.
Hard pass.
No, Jack, Patriot. Detroit. Watching that, Marty.
They start the drive with Anderson. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
The Broncos on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, Osweiler. And that is incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence, haven't allowed a... Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
The Broncos send out their punter now. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. He's going to field this at the 4. And he spins away. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. And now here comes Kansas City. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
They run it here. Ware. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he's going to be ripped down by the face mask at the end of this, and that's going to add 15 more onto the end of this thing. First down, Mahomes. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be 2nd down. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
It's Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 39. And the kick by Butker is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So he splits the uprights there, and I would imagine it's nice as a kicker. Right when it leaves your foot, you know it's good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a golfer that picks up his tee after a nice drive without even watching it land.
Solid analogy. I like it. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So the Broncos coming out now. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Now it's the backup Fitzpatrick. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Shaq Lawson in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. 3rd and long, Fitzpatrick following the sack. What can he and the gang come up with? And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for. Now 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
Fitzpatrick now on 2nd down. They'll find the rookie from La Tech. It's Carlos Henderson. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pickup there, a 22. First down, Fitzpatrick. He goes underneath for Anderson. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On play action, Fitzpatrick. Flushed out right. And he'll get it down here to the 43. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down. The Broncos on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Play action now. Fitzpatrick. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. A strong running.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On the run, it's Ware. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop the jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. Fighting to stay upright. It goes as a loss of 6. And now third down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Chiefs on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Now Mahomes. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. This is taken at about the 14. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. And Denver getting set to take the field. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch.
And down he goes. Fitzpatrick sacked. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. From the pistol, they run with Anderson. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On third down, it's Anderson, and they'll bring him down right around the 13. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. The Broncos send out their punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This will be fielded at the 17. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds up near midfield at the 49. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a 1st down.
He's checking. Crash. SOS. Watch it now. Detroit! No. Check. Detroit! Over!
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
So 2nd and 10 here.
Detroit! Now look at 56. Detroit! All right, here we go.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Everson Griffin in there yet again. What else is new as he continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company.
Here we go now.
Final shot before the half for Mahomes. Trying to find his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder, Trey Waynes. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone and not just stopping the run, not just getting after.
So no update from Larry after 17 weeks. Folks are saying, let's get on with the show. So we'll oblige as we get you set for the 2nd half kickoff. This one taken just inside the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the 1st half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the 1st half.
We'll see if they do just that. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now Mahomes giving to Ware on the draw. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down.
Here we go now.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is, at the 6-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. They go play action. Fitzpatrick. Now Fitzpatrick hit. It's out. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The Broncos on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is third down and 12. Sanders in motion right. On third down. That's Anderson. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on fourth down. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Taking on the midfield logo, and he'll be knocked down sideways. It's a 40-yard punt, but they lose yardage on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll run now with Ware. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Leonard Floyd. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. Javon Hargrave in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And a movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
So now 13 yards to go. 2nd and 13 after the penalty marker thrown. Now Fitzpatrick. And he spots Henderson open left side. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. It's Osweiler. Launching one for Henderson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And he'll take it across midfield. And down to the 48-yard line. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And now here's a carry heading left. He doesn't find a ton of space following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Yeah, the defense definitely showing blitz here. On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And a loose football. But this get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. To throw, it's Mahomes. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
And the big guy catches the ball in the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Defense showing blitz. Welcome back now to Denver. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the... The Chiefs on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Throwing now is Mahomes. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now, standing right around the midfield stripe. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
On any when it happens in a game.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Again, it's Pumphrey. And look out. I think he's going to go. He's at the 40, 20, 10, 5, and all the way home for the Broncos score. A big play there. 85 yards. And the Broncos have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Well, we've seen some lead changes, and it certainly appeared that one of these squads was in full control of the game, but that's not the case after that touchdown.
Yeah, they erase a 2 TD deficit here to grab the lead.